What's up, Jerry Wade? Can y'all share this post for me, please? Thank you.
You finished the other live stream, or it's the same one? It's the same stream?
No, I just made the new one.
Okay.
Where do y'all go live?
On Facebook.
Oh, that's Facebook? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thought it was something special.
No. And then I'll put it on YouTube.
Tuesdays, 1:30. Special guest today, FilmMaker McCoy. You guys gonna hear him on the radio? Find out about all the things he has coming up.
I'm gonna use one of mine.
I gotta get on like every social media platform.
Yeah. That's like.
Nice life. Getting ready to record the Blackout on Afro Vibes Radio every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. Make sure y'all tune in. We have a special guest, FilmMaker McCoy. Hear about all the amazing films he has coming out, that he already has out, and learn a lot more. And let's support our black filmmakers, y'all. Y'all ready? You ready? And so what we do is we record it and we put the entire interview on YouTube as well. We'll take pictures in a room after we finish. We have like a little red carpet and a backdrop. And that's the pictures and the clips and videos I use to promote the show today is. So, and I'll send it to you too. And if you have like any social media, just give it to me and I'll tag you in it and so with the station on that page.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on all the social.
Okay. So you can just text it to me really.
Queen Bee.
What?
That flood flushes. What up, Connie?
nice lady.
The grind here.
Yeah, she is. She's always doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Click on the smart pen that's on there.
So what?
Pen, leave the smart pen next to it. Yeah. Video here. Hit, that's something.
I know they get some noise to you too.
This is a clean, clean radio.
We could pretty much say anything you want. Just don't be crazy with it.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, it's all good. Yeah.
Because I have a certain phrase that I might have to tell you about.
Oh, you should be good.
Okay.
As long as there's nothing that will like offend our listeners, you can. I don't think this thing is on.
Is that outlet on?
Alright, don't worry about it. Alright. Is that extra bottle already tested? Don't worry about that. Hey, you want to take some, right? You want to go, boo? Are you comfortable?
Yeah, good. Good. Afro Vibes.
So, I guess my salt doesn't work if I ain't worried about just moving my hands like that.
So we don't need this?
Really don't.
Can you hear us?
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Well, we don't need it then. That's fine.
So just look at my hand. I'm gonna stick, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. But you doing 15, you just gonna talk.
Sorry about that. Whoever was here before us probably did something.
So we still can go live?
Huh?
Yeah, we still can go live.
Oh, yeah. Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Ooh. Good. You feel that to it. That spot downstairs is loud. That spot downstairs, you think it's loud?
Ready?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hey everybody, you are now tuned into The Blackout, shining a light on Black excellence, activism, and culture on Afro Vibes Radio, the #1 online internet radio station with your girl Tequila. Today we have a very special guest, owner and founder of FireProof TV Incorporated, Mo McCoy. How you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm blessed.
Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for these Afro vibes.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
Awesome. So just to start off, tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and what all you do.
Well, I'm a filmmaker. Basically, my job every day is to work on the movie. So there's all kinds of jobs that come with the movie. My main job is to make sure the project is complete and that I work with the team of professionals to get the production done.
And so tell us a little bit about some of the videography that you do and just the process it takes for producing films.
The process starts in the mind, of course, where everything starts. So someone has a story, experiences, and then they write a movie. I write, and I got other writers, a lot of different writers. You know, a lot of people have stories, so we'll never run out of stories to tell. And from the story, we write that down on paper, and then we take it from there and make a script out of it. So that means we develop the conversations that happen within the story, the locations and things like that. So from there, after we get a script, we can figure out if we can fit this movie into. I came up with my own design, how to film movies. And we can do them in 10-hour days, but it takes a lot of discipline, and it takes a lot of teamwork and a lot of organization. But a script had each page on the script is 1 minute. So if you got a feature film, that's 120 pages. So 1 minute a page. But you gotta give yourself some time for mistakes, for more takes. Take 2, take 3, take 4. Director Peanut, who's in the house, he makes you go over it again and again. You know what I mean? So I like working with professional people like Peanut as a director, because he'll make sure when we get in the edit room, we got plenty to work with. And so he'll say his favorite quote. What's your favorite quote, Peanut?
One more for safety.
Yes, one more for safety. You're going to hear that over the kind of irritates the actors, but it's important that we get everything we need to do. So it's just about being productive. In my 10-hour matrix, it's just being productive every day, 10 hours a day, 10 days straight. You know, if you can, in the perfect world, you can get that done. And it's a process from the script. That's how we learn the timing, how we can film it. That's how we know how many props we have. We gotta have with the film. We gotta know what kind of equipment we use and what kind of lenses we gotta have. It's a pretty big job. Then there's chances for people to put their products in there for product placement and sponsorship. We gotta raise the budget for the film. That's part of FilmMaker. I learned that from Spike Lee. He said it costs money to make film, you know, and you gotta raise the budget.
So can you tell us actually about FireProof TV?
FireProof TV is it started off as a TV show in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I put that on TV. It was just behind the scenes. I was an artist before I was a filmmaker, and so I wanted to show people the hard work that you have to put in behind the scenes of the music. And so when I first got my hands on the camera when I was 11, I always recorded what I was doing. You So FireProof TV began as a TV show, and then it became a production company and a multi-level marketing company.
Okay. Awesome. And are there more, I guess, movies or television series that are on FireProof TV now, or is it just one show?
Well, FireProof TV is a full-service production company. So we produce TV commercials, we produce short films, TV shows. We have a TV show called it's called The Adventures of Pookie and Peanut. It's a romantic comedy TV show, and that's one of the shows we produce. It's really good, and we make movies. That's our main thing. Make movies and do marketing as well.
So how does it feel to be a part of the industry now that typically doesn't really tell our stories in the Black community, and have different directors starting to come up? Some people kind of get offended when we say, oh, you only have Ava DuVernay or Ryan Coogler. There's so many more that don't get the recognition. But they are opening the door and getting access to budgets to make bigger mainstream films. How does that feel for you as a Black filmmaker?
It feels amazing. I love it. One of the things about me, I love to see people win. I love it. It feels great to see our people, you know what I'm saying, getting into the industry and really killing the game. And that was the reason why I got into it as well, because it's just not enough of us telling stories, you know. Yeah. And it's a lot of things going on in the world that people need to learn how to survive it, you know.
So how impactful is it for the Black community to have Black filmmakers and actors to tell our stories?
That is so, it's amazing. It's so important, because our children need to see us doing different jobs. You know, our kids need to see that it's possible. You know what I mean? You might have a child that just loves cameras and loves to tell stories, and they have great stories to tell, and you know, they not know how to access that and they see us, you know, filming, and seeing Ryan Coogler, and seeing Spike Lee. Spike Lee is just, he's like one of the OGs, you know what I mean? And I take a lot from him, because he teaches, he has a master class, and it helps me to see other filmmakers.
Yeah, I think the great thing about it is when you have these individuals, like even with Ava DuVernay, she did the documentary 13, so she told the perspective of what it's like to be a Black man in America that's in the prison system, which is like modern day slavery. A lot of people don't want to tell the truth about the fact that this is where a lot of, you know, our Black men are, which is why they're not in the family household. Or you have Ryan Coogler with the Black Panther. Most Black kids don't get to see the superhero, the main superhero, you know, without the sidekick being Black. You don't get to see that very often. So now you have these kids that feel like they can do anything. They can be powerful. They can use their imagination. And it feels good to know my son can go watch a movie and say, hey, that's something I can relate to in my community. Or that's something I never knew, and I can put a face to that. So I appreciate Black filmmakers today, and I just hope that you guys can continue to, you know, progress from here. And I do have a friend, he has the National Black Film Festival here in Houston, and he's like really making it accessible for us here, because a lot of times people, when they blow up, they go to LA, they don't bring it back home. So he made a platform specifically for us here. So it's always great.
Yeah, I came from Michigan to Houston because I just thought that it could be done here. I know it can be done here.
And speaking of that, how are you using your platform to help Black actors and actresses enter into the movie and film industry?
This is the dope thing about what I do. I do a casting call, and whoever show up, they get in my movie. And some people say, why you don't put white people in your movie? They don't come to my casting call. Whoever comes, I'm going to put them in the movie somehow, some way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I also hear that one of your goals is for you to travel to cities all over the states and the world, and you want to make 100 movies. How will this enable FireProof TV Incorporated to serve more than one audience?
Well, that's the main thing, because, you know, social media is cool, but, you need to get out there and touch the people and learn from them. And there's so many beautiful places in the world to film in. You know, I think that's important to what I do, to have a broad perspective of what's going on in the world.
And is your goal to reach the people of color in various continents, not just here, you know, in Houston or in Michigan or in America? Is the goal to cover people of color across the whole entire world?
The whole world. Yeah. I want to reach the whole world.
Yeah. And what are you hoping that you can gain from that?
From that, just being able to tell a story to help somebody. If somebody can, bare minimum, my mantra is to love more, laugh more, give more, and you live more. So if I can make them laugh, if I can make them love more, you know, if I can make them give more by showing them somebody doing it, then I've done my job on earth.
And I know you say you want to be able to travel around the world and show these different, you know, landscapes, the scenes that a lot of people just in your neighborhood, you know, they may be from the hood and never even left their block before, but they can watch a film and say, oh my God, there's somebody with the same skin tone or complexion as me that's across the ocean that's going through the exact same thing that I'm going through. Yeah. And how does that feel to be able to depict that, to connect people, even if it's Africans or if it's black people?
I love it because just on our way here when we got delayed, we went to the wrong place. We was in the hood. I'm talking about the heart of the hood. And that was cool. Peanut wanted to film right then. I'm like, we gotta hurry up. But you know, we wanna capture real life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if people seen what we seen today, somebody would want to do something.
Yeah, especially with, you know, now that we have social media, you see a lot of police brutality. People say, oh my God, how did this just start happening? It hadn't just started happening. It just started getting recorded.
Yeah.
And so now you're able to see it. And when you're making films, you can touch on those topics and those stories.
Yes, I love it.
Well, we have to take a quick commercial break. But when we return, we will continue our show. Until then, you are listening to The Blackout, shining a light on black excellence, activism, and culture on Afro Vibes Radio with your girl, Taquila. I'm going to end it early, I'm not sure.
I gotta fix my camera too. Irritating.
Alright. Yeah, I see you. What up, Rosie?
You on there? I'll start for quick. Okay. Can't take it no more.
Bro, I'm at my limit. Pardon me?
I had to fill the Tina's phone with it last night. I think I had heard it buzz.
No, do I want to die with you guys? Yes, what happened?
So I'm going to give y'all a second and then we'll...
I have a what? Why, what happened? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Someone lost their credit card. Someone named Jennifer.
Where?
Downstairs at the how did they get my number?
Who was it?
Some restaurant. Somebody was there.
Oh, that might have been Brian. He's on his way down there.
He didn't go in there the first time.
Yeah, he did. He went right in and looked in.
I was standing right there. He didn't go in there.
Oh, he did?
No, he said to do it.
We let the
Okay, cool. Is the camera recording?
You're looking good, Mama McCoy.
Thank you, sir.
4.3 million.
Yes, 10.5.
4.3 million is viewing.
Oh, yeah.
Take that picture.
Hi, everybody.
You too.
Took your socks off?
If my fiance was here right now, she would lose her mind. That's that little baby. She will lose it. She has such baby fever.
Coming back in?
He gonna get something to eat.
You coming
downstairs. Yeah, so
We'll
he'll
stay
have
out
to wait.
there. You wanna come move to this way?
All right.
Just to make it balance.
Yes, ma'am. Not here. I ain't got rubbish in.
Hey guys, you're now tuned into the Blackout on Afro Vibes Radio, the #1 online internet radio station. We're still in the studio with filmmaker Mo McCoy of FireProof TV Incorporated. Thank you for still being in the studio with us.
Oh yeah, no problem.
So I just want to hop straight into it. You currently have several films that are out and in the making, and you actually brought 2 today called The Perfect Romance and The Tickler. So just start off telling us about your movie, The Perfect Romance.
Okay, The Perfect Romance was my second film that I produced, and I also starred in as well, co-starred. And it was a tough film to make. The star of the film, his name is Brandon Kershaw, had a story, and he had it written down on paper. I said, let's do a movie. He said, well, I got one already. It was on paper. So I was like, okay. Took it, ran it through my process, got a script made, and then we started working on the movie. It was fun. We laughed. It's a comedy, you know, and a lot of it was improv. And we had no budget whatsoever. So I had to get out there and barter for locations, barter for props, you know. A couple businesses put their logos in the movie, helped us with some financial things, and it came together. It was a good, fun process, but I learned a lot. When I did the casting call, nobody showed up. And let me set the picture. In Grand Rapids, Michigan, I've been on TV for 10 years. I've been on the radio for 10 years. I had a song intro on the radio called The Freak Show. It just played for 10 years straight every day, so people would be singing it and not know it's me. And so that's the reason why I did the TV show. My show became one of the #1 shows on their stations, on the public access stations. And I would get awarded for those every year, so I would work with them as well when it comes to equipment. I did a Craigslist ad, and I looked for a director of photography, and a guy named Cody Tubbs came, and he was a young student ready to go hard on the film, and we put it together, me and him.
So what was basically the movie about?
The movie is about Brandon Donovan. He's a successful radio host and marketing agent, but he has a lot of problems when it comes to women. And so he would jump around dating different women, and it started going really bad because he started not being able to tell the truth. Well, he lied all the time. Trying to put it nice, but he always lied to women. So now he started telling the truth, and it started going really bad for him. But then walks in the most beautiful woman in the world, played by Nisha Nichols. Shout out to Nisha Nichols. She's doing her thing right now. Fast and Furious 8. She really took off from this film. So that was her first film too. And so a side note, like, it wasn't a lot of people that supported this. But those people that did, we made magic with. And so the story goes on to him finding her and really liking her, and he's ready to put all this other stuff aside, but she don't believe him.
How did you feel that real men that watch the movie could relate to Brandon Donovan?
I know a lot of men that have trouble with staying faithful, and a lot of men that have trouble telling the truth. So it's gonna help them. It's gonna help a lot of people. Show some good consequences in there.
But I would assume the great thing about it is he eventually learned.
Yes.
to be truthful and to be faithful. And all the characters.
And it's on site. Yeah. All right.
Come fix me. Okay, well, his phone was ringing, so you can hear the buzzing in the background. Huh? Okay. We just gonna, I'm gonna edit all that, but we'll just keep going. So, we'll have that. You still recording? Okay. So, what actually made you want to analyze how men treat women in their struggles to maintain a relationship?
Well, I didn't write the story, but Brandy Crayshawn wrote it, and I immediately identified with it because I'm a man, and I know a lot of men that go through some of the things that are in the film. So it was good to put together a film that shows, him get his thing together.
And then you were telling us about the tickler as well.
And so after we did the Perfect Romance, we put that out in theaters. We did 5 different theaters, and then we put it on DVD, and we sold hundreds of copies of the DVD. And I said, okay, well, that's where I came up with the goal. I heard Les Brown say, he said, double your goal, triple your goal. Go harder. What are you doing? So he kind of motivated me to come up with a goal. And I was thinking, man, a lot of people don't have 100 movies. And I think that's something that would help a lot of people. And it would give people employment. Films can hire thousands of people. If you watch Black Panther and you watch the credits roll, there was different teams from different continents and cities, and over 3,000 people worked on that film. So I think that it would help a lot of people financially as well as the stories they can connect with.
Now, I know that you touched on romance, and now you have your horror film, which a lot of times I think people like to cast type us into certain type of films or certain type of roles. But you try to cross all the genres and still use people of color. Like they do, like you have Lifetime or you have a Hallmark film, a lot of love films, so you really don't get to see people that look like us, but you try to touch on each one of those genres. And I wanted to ask you, do you believe filmmakers can attract audiences from various cultures developing movies in different genres if it stars Black people?
Yes, absolutely. We are the Michael Jordans of filmmaking. We're they watch Michael Jordan, they watch LeBron James, they watch Houston's whole team. There's gonna be all kinds of people that can connect with the great story.
Yeah. I think sometimes the industry, they may assume that people won't be as interested because they're not Caucasian,
One thing I know is that there's an audience for every person. Every person is made differently, and you just gotta connect with your audience.
Yeah.
And mine so far has been 60% male, 40% women. So I'm gonna have to change some things up because I like women a lot better. But if I don't get no support from anybody else, I'm okay with that. I want to put a product out there that's gonna last forever, that's gonna help people.
And you also were honored at the ZBT Awards for Best Videographer in 2015. For those out there who don't know, can you tell them what the ZBT Awards are?
Okay. I didn't know nothing about Zydeco music before I got to Grand Rapids. Before I got to Houston from Grand Rapids. After the Perfect Romance, I asked Celebration Cinema, which is one of the biggest theaters in Grand Rapids, Michigan, in the Midwest, and I was able to sit in the room with some of their executives, and I said, what kind of movie works, for filming? It was like horror. Horror is always good. I said, well, I'm gonna try a horror film then. I'm not gonna just stay in one genre. I'm gonna just do. I see a lot of stuff. I can connect with a lot of people. So, can you Say that question again. So
Yeah, about the DBT Award.
Okay, so when I got to Houston and I met the owner of ZBT Awards through my homeboy, his name is Eric Mack. He connects me with everybody. So he connected me with finding out about Zydeco music and blues. I knew about blues, and then I got put up on trail rides by my boy T Banks. He has a trail ride up in East Texas every year, and so it's a whole nother genre of music, and it's amazing, and I love it, and I see everybody supporting and working together. It's just not out worldwide like that, but it's thriving here, and it's good music to
So
dance
you did some
to.
videos for the
So
Zydeco genre?
so they didn't have no videos,
Okay.
none at all. I mean, a couple people, Big Pokey, and
Yeah.
some of the major ones, but it's not represented well. So I did videos for as many people as I can in the CBT Awards, and they recognized my work.
Oh, that's amazing.
So it was dope.
So all in all, what do you want to achieve in the next 5 years when it comes to Fireproof TV as well as producing film?
I want to get to the point where we're producing, where we got good teams, maybe multiple teams, producing films and stories. One of my goals is in the next 5 years to just get it to the point where I can do a movie a month.
Okay.
And then I could really up production and really help. You know, I think after I get maybe 10 to 15 movies on the shelf, people will start figuring it out that, oh yeah, maybe I'll check this out, and budgets start coming in. If a budget doesn't come in, it doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. That's my job, is to figure out how to make the film.
Yeah, and I think it's a great thing that you're sharing your story, because it's a hustle behind it.
Yeah.
A lot of times people, they just see, oh, they have this movie out, or they direct this, or they film that. Whatever the case may be, but it's a process, you know?
Yeah.
You have to gain an audience, you have to gain the right executives, you have to gain the right team in order to make a quality product. So I genuinely hope that you continue on your successful movie making and videography, because I love Zydeco music, and you are right. They just recently started doing a lot more videos for it.
Yeah.
And it seems like you're really trying to cover as much as possible, and you're proving that African American, especially men, are capable of using the industry and showing the audience various stories across the board, and that's a beautiful thing. So before we get out of here, just real quick, tell everybody why they should pick up your films, The Perfect Romance in particular, and where they can actually purchase them for sale.
All right, so the reason why you want to pick up The Perfect Romance, everybody wants the perfect romance. Everybody. And you can have it right there. Pick it up. It's in Walmart coast to coast. Okay. So get it at Walmart.com or walk into Walmart and get it. I tell people to take a picture with it, tag me in it, you know, and I'll share it. It's pretty dope that people all over the country are buying that film. The Tickler horror film, you get that movie because you want to laugh and see some of the great comedians that are local here in Houston. There's a lot of funny people like Terry Grossman, Terrence McPeters. I had Leroy III, Tydarian Berkeley, Daryl Bradford, Little Daryl. He's hilarious. You know what I mean? The Mock Show. I had a lot of great comedians in it. You know, that from Houston. So it's a pretty good movie to see. It's horror. This is my first shot at horror, and I kind of like horror too. Okay. It's fun, but it's more funny than scary. The scariest part of it is that it's the clown. When we were filming the movie, we almost got shot because we walked in the gas station with the clown. And then, hey man.
Yeah, right. Some people were
yeah.
clowns.
Yeah, and then it helped out on the promotion because them clowns just started clowning. Yeah.
So before we got here, last thing, any websites or social media where people can contact you and find out more information?
Yes, I don't know if I can say that yet. No, I can't. Well, I just got a deal with a major company that's gonna put 10 of my movies on their site, and so that's pretty dope. And I got my own website, FireProofFlix.com, and YouTube is where I put all my content for free. It's right there. So all you gotta do is go to YouTube.com, type in FireProof TV, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Mo McCoy, filmmaker of The Perfect Romance in particular, out in Walmart everywhere. Thank you guys for tuning into The Blackout, shining a light on Black excellence, activism, and culture with your girl Tequila on Afro Vibes Radio, the #1 online internet radio station. Make sure to check out our Facebook and Instagram pages at The Blackout AVR, and to stay up to date on previous discussions and future events, please visit Afro Vibes Facebook and Instagram at Afro Vibes Radio, Twitter at Afro Vibes Radio with an S, www.afrovibesradio.com, or simply download the Afro Vibes Radio app on the Apple or Google Play Store.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
It was National High Five Day a couple days ago, and I didn't get to it, so I'm going to catch up. You got a great show.
Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks for
I know
having
you're
me.
busy.
Yeah,
So I'm going to make sure I check out your films and everything.
Yes, thank you.